Come back and to Washington, where fresh off a 6-week recess and facing the possibility of a government shutdown, Speaker Kevin McCarthy gave his blessing to an impeachment inquiry of President Joe Biden. Democrats in the White House slamming this move, with Republican moderates in the House and Senate questioning the supposed evidence and timing. Correspondent Joe Khalil is live for us there on Capitol Hill in the Capitol. And Joe, House Dems are expected to react in about 30 minutes.
Yeah, we're going to see. We have the leaders of the Democratic caucus here in the House scheduling a press conference at 5 o'clock to address this. We've already heard from a lot of Democrats who say this is purely political. They don't think there's any substance to it. Nonetheless, it is very significant that Speaker McCarthy announced today this is no longer theoretical. They are going to be asking 3 powerful members of his conference, all committee chairmen, to lead this impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden and to look into whether there is anything impeachable there. Here's what Speaker McCarthy said in terms of justifying why he's making this ask today.
Through our investigations, we have found that President Biden did lie to the American people about his own knowledge of his family's foreign business dealings. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public.
Now, the allegation here that Republicans are putting forward is that there was abuse of power, there was corruption as it relates to $20 million worth of business dealings between Hunter Biden, some of Hunter Biden's associates, and foreign companies while Joe Biden was vice president. And Republicans have been trying to tie the current president to those business dealings. So far, we haven't seen any evidence of that. A lot of Republicans we've spoken to even acknowledge they haven't presented full evidence of that. But that's why they say they're doing the inquiry itself. Now, it's important to remember that Speaker McCarthy is under immense pressure from people in his own party to do this, particularly those in the more hard line of the party, the right flank, that they have been saying for months now that they want to see an impeachment inquiry, and they want to see Speaker McCarthy slash billions of dollars in spending, both of which they say, unless he does, they might even move to vote to remove Speaker McCarthy as Speaker. We heard that just today. Again, Senate Democrats, House Democrats, the White House all weighing in, pushing back aggressively on all of the allegations here. And we just heard moments ago from Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer.
I think the impeachment inquiry is absurd. The American people want us to do something that will make their lives better, not go off on these chases and witch hunts.
Now, the White House also responding here, spokesman Ian Sams saying, quote, House Republicans have been investigating the president for 9 months. They've turned up no evidence of wrongdoing. McCarthy's own GOP members have said so. McCarthy vowed to hold a vote to open impeachment. Now he flip-flopped because he doesn't have support. Extreme politics at its worst. So, Nichole, obviously very big news today that we will continue to monitor throughout the evening and as it progresses later on this week.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.